WSMV4 has received a report from the Office of Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell that identifies where the city failed and succeeded in responding to January's devastating ice storm that left over 200,000 without power. Within the report, the commission suggests Metro perform an independent professional assessment of the Office of Emergency Management's structure and says there is a need for better communication and collaboration with the city's government and NES before, during, and after weather events. The report also suggests that there needs to be more ways to reach the city's vulnerable population and non-English speaking communities. The final report is expected to come no later than February of next year.